Hello, welcome to episode number 9 of the Blame Game podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Richard, with our other co-host, Dallas. Dallas, how are you doing today?
I'm good, sir. How are you? Thank you very much.
Pretty good. Back in the swing of things. Posted episode 8 from after a long hiatus last week, and then now we're already doing another episode. It's kind of strange.
Yes, it's a good strange. Hopefully we'll keep some momentum going here.
But the good thing is there's some other housekeeping stuff to go on before we continue. First off, I will remind you of what the podcast is, and then I will do some housekeeping. The Blame Game podcast is a roundtable discussion among friends on various topics. Each person will bring one topic or question to the table for us to talk about. This can vary between video games, pop culture, movies, TV shows, what ifs, really anything that comes to mind. In this episode, it is just me and Dallas. So hopefully we'll have some guests in the future so we can bring different perspectives. But in today's episode, we are going to continue kind of almost of where we left off in episode 8, which was a huge tangent. And we started talking about Marvel.
Big cliffhanger.
Yeah. We're going to do a draft on Avengers and see who can draft the best team. But before we do that, I do want to point out that these episodes, if you listen to us on a podcast service, you can come and check out a YouTube video and leave some comments and maybe some feedback. It will be youtube.com/BlameARGO. And you can, the playlist for all the previous episodes will be up there. And hopefully you enjoy it and you can get some feedback to us. Maybe if you want to come to the show, hit us up with a comment on YouTube and we'll invite you over. You don't even have to be a friend. We can become friends during the podcast.
Yeah, we have never met you before in our lives. And yeah. Wink, wink.
He's invited people to his house. So again, like what I mentioned, we're going to do a draft on Avengers. And
Very
I hope that was
very excited.
I know this is, we are not recording any video, so maybe I'm not even making any promises. Maybe in the future that could be something. But Dallas is decked out in full Avengers gear.
I'm ready for this day. I'm ready.
Unfortunately, he's dressed as the worst superhero, but second worst superhero.
Which led us to this event. So I'm glad that we have such a difference of opinion that leads to such a debate, if you will.
For all the listeners out there, he is wearing a Captain America hat, straight bill. So you do not fold your bills, do you?
Well, it's just the way it depends on the hat. Baseball caps, There's also a Captain America pin that came with the hat. Typically, you put that pin somewhere else.
You might as well wear some Captain America Crocs and put the little things in there too.
If I had
he's wearing a Captain America shirt. Me, on the other hand, I'm wearing an Animal Crossing shirt because I represent everything that's good.
Yeah, but let's ask the question: who played more Animal Crossing today, you or me?
Today.
I bet it's me. Yeah, just today.
You probably have played more Animal Crossing overall than I have.
I probably have, to be fair,
because I've never played the previous games.
Oh no, but I mean, even ACNH, I have like 2,300 hours.
I think I have more than that.
Yeah, you do a lot of creativity, design shit, and I just play the game, do my daily stuff.
Can I count the hours on my Treasure Island?
No,
I think my Treasure Island has like 4,000 hours.
No, you cannot count that. That's not why we're here. We digress.
Yeah. So we have a list of Avengers. We have a list of 22 Avengers. So we're going to draft 11 Avengers each. And then if you're watching this on YouTube, or if it's hard to follow while listening, the YouTube version I will put the Avengers, the list, and probably the little characters on each side of the screen as we're drafting, so we can kind of keep track of the teams. But we'll recap it as much as we can
until Disney comes after us for image copyright or whatever.
That'll be all right. They'll only do it if it's audio or you're really kind of doing their music. So first off, we're gonna do a coin flip. Or Dallas, do you have anything you want to bring up before we get into this, or do you want to?
No, I'm
want to just jump in.
Yeah, I just want to get this. I'm very excited for this. I want to see who we have to do a coin toss, determine who goes first. If you want to let the folks know how we're gonna go about the process.
I really was gonna count this as like episode 8.5 because this is probably gonna be a shorter episode than normal, unless we start ranting about something else. I mean, I do.
Which we definitely could kind of already.
I do want to somewhat talk about the submarine, the Titanic submarine.
Oh, you want to do that pre-draft? You want to touch base on what's going on before we jump in, or you want to save it for
I
after?
was, I don't. If we do these on a regular basis, I would love to talk about like current events or world of like stuff that happens in the news. Nothing like too political,
Yeah,
anything like that.
just Mark
But
Zuckerberg and Elon Musk getting into a cage fight, stuff like that,
yeah,
right?
stuff like or sports recaps.
Exactly,
But you have to do that on
exactly.
a regular basis if you do that or anything like that. But I would love to talk about the Titanic submarine because I have a lot to say about it. But because sounds really ridiculous, but
Uh oh.
I will admit this, and I don't know if Kato listens to this podcast. She probably doesn't, but I watched Titanic last night, the
Wait a
movie.
minute, time out. Why?
I went back
Were
and
you
watched the movie.
inspired by the recent events?
Not really. I mean, I watched Titanic probably about. I started watching it. It was probably like 2 months ago, but it was one of these. I don't know about you, but you typically, unless I'm really tired, I'll like lay in bed and I'll have the iPad and I'll put a movie on and I'll fall asleep to the movie. Is what I typically do. And so like
I can do the same, but not
two
often. But
like
Titanic's
two
one of your
months ago.
go-tos?
No. 2 months ago, it just happened to be on Amazon Prime. So I was like, oh, okay. And then obviously this did bring it up. And I was like, man, I kind of want to watch Titanic again. So I sat down and watched Titanic last night. 3 hours. I don't know why. 3 hours,
So
20 minutes.
why does you don't want Kato to hear this? I don't understand that part.
Because that's her like your favorite movie.
I was gonna say, and I don't care if she hears this. I still love you, Kato, but it's probably my least favorite. You know how we love Leo. Probably one of my least favorite
Oh,
Leonardo DiCaprio
that's
movies.
he did a great job in that.
He does a great job in everything. I mean, that's
I mean,
another
come on,
conversation altogether too.
Shutter Island. But anyways, if you would like, how about this? We'll put it up to the audience for the few listeners out there. If you want us to, if you would like one-off like small episodes of us just commentating, even if maybe it's just me or maybe it's just Dallas, if we have something to say or talk about, or we can get together and talk about this and maybe
Let's
have
get
more episodes,
together. Yeah.
like more frequent. I would love to like just kind of almost rant and post it. But if you're
Some
interested,
network
let us
needs
know.
to hire us.
Yeah, because I got a lot to say. But let's go ahead and get into it. We're
Yeah,
gonna, like I said, we're gonna
do
do a
it.
draft. I
Episode
have
8.5.
a flip a coin thing on my desktop right now. Dallas can't see it, so he's
Are
gonna
you
do the
gonna say?
trust
Are you
system.
sharing your screen? Do I have to have 100% faith
No,
in you here? Is that
you
what's
guys are
going
100%.
on?
Yep.
Because we know there's a we're doing. Do you want to tell the people what we're
Yeah, we're
doing?
gonna do a snake draft. So whoever is first, it's gonna be like hypothetically, Dallas has the first pick. He's gonna pick one, and then I will pick 2 and 3, and then he will have 4 or 5, and then we'll do that. Just so whoever second, the person that picks first is
Yeah.
always
So
picking
every
first.
round, someone else gets to go
It
first.
snakes. Yeah,
Basically, that's just and that is fair. I had to think about it
that's yeah.
hard. I was very upset about that at first, but I thought about it, and like usual, I came around to your way of thinking.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's
Because I mean, there's a
let's
lot of power to the first pick. You got to knock it out of the park because if you don't knock it out of the
100%,
park,
100%. But
you can
also, 2 and 3 is big. 2 and 3
no,
is big.
two and
Four and
three is
five is
big.
big.
You say all of them are big until
No.
you get to
As
like
you get past
16.
4 and 5, it's gonna the talent starts to dwindle. Let's be
Well, yeah,
honest.
well, the problem though is because if you don't knock it out of the park with your first pick, you can get buried right away. Because if they pick the top, like arguably maybe the top, if they can get 3 of the top 4 Avengers, then you're kind of. But anyways, let's go ahead and do it.
Yeah. We can explain
Flip a
ourselves
coin.
afterwards or while we
Do you
go.
want? I'll let Dallas choose
I call
heads or
it
tails. Yeah.
tails. Tails.
Damn it! I always go tails.
I always go tails.
All right, flipping tails.
I will let you go
Oh
first.
no!
Oh,
You got a choice.
I get to, I
Oh,
would
okay.
assume I get to choose.
I
I
didn't know the
win the
choice.
coin toss.
Okay, you're right. You're right. I did not assume that. I thought if I win, then I would have to be first because I
I
was
mean,
like, I
that's
kind of want to
what
go
most of
second.
the time it is, right? I mean, I get to
Yeah, yeah.
choose. Okay,
Yeah,
so
okay, so
I
I got the first
choose
pick.
for you to go first.
Okay,
And
because I
I'm just
I
gonna,
wanted 2 and 3.
before we start, I just like to preface this with letting people know. So, okay, it's not just a popularity contest here, right? Obviously, we all have our favorites, and to some degree, there might be some loyalty involved here. But I think what we're going for here, and correct me if I'm wrong, Richard, is who's going to have the strongest team when we're done, right? We're going to
Oh
draft
yes.
all these Avengers, and then we're going to leave it to you guys to say, hey, no, this guy's team is way better, or this team, kind of like whose team would win in an Avengers Civil War, right? Is that fair to say? Do you
Yes.
agree?
Yeah.
Okay,
Pretty much. Yeah.
beautiful. Okay, so you have the first pick, sir. I go 2-3. I'm ready whenever you are.
See, now I got to play the mind games because I have to think about who you want to pick because I have really the reason why I wanted 2 and 3 is because I have two Avengers that I think I need. Like I have to have.
Well,
And if I
my wardrobe kind of dictates something I have to do by loyalty.
oh that's yeah, that's fine. But I'm saying
And
though, there's two Avengers I already know out of this list. There's two that I
I think I know who they
absolutely have to
are.
have.
I think I know who they are.
I don't think you do.
I think I do. You can't
Do you
guess who
want
they
to
are?
guess one?
I think I
Yeah.
know both of them.
Well, I'm
Well,
not going to tell you yes or no until I pick my pick. But.
correct. But so you go first anyway. But I don't even want to tell you because if I don't want to give you a hint of something that I think
No,
is
no,
good,
no.
makes you go, oh my gosh,
I
that's
already,
good.
no, I already know who. I'm going to pick one of two. I have a 50-50. And the
So when you're
problem though is
done, and then I'll pick my 2 and 3, and then I'll tell you who I thought your 2-3 were.
okay.
So after, and I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
matter of fact,
Because now, see, this is weird because I'm sweating.
I'm writing it down.
My palms are sweaty because like there's three choices that I think absolutely deserve a number one pick out of all the Avengers. Should I name all the Avengers first or should I
Oh,
not?
that's a great idea. Before we start, let's tell people who we have on the list
Okay.
because I think there's a few that may, very. If you're
Okay.
really
I'll
into
go
it,
through the list real quick.
you might notice some that are
Real
not
quick.
there.
Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, Thor, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, Vision, War Machine, Falcon, Spider Man, Captain Marvel, Nebula, Drax, Rocket, Groot, Ant Man, Star Lord, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Winter Soldier, and Gamora are the 22 that we have that we came down. We could have went to like 30, but I was like, that's too much.
I could get
All
going.
right, so I'm going to
No
pick my
Winter
first pick.
Soldier.
I just made a decision
Oh, he is on there.
because I it's someone that I can't let you have. Like I
Okay, okay.
absolutely like
If you're gonna draft
the
Captain America, I'm gonna cry, but
no
it's
no
okay.
no. So this is the reason why because I think with the to have the number one pick, you have to pick someone that one is a lead, could be a leader, have the foresight of doing what's right and can work as a team, and three, they have to have an amazing superpower because they have to be strong.
That you just described Captain America, but go ahead.
He doesn't have a superpower. The hey, this is my turn.
Yeah, go ahead.
Who chose to go? Who chose the other person to go first?
Go ahead.
I am on my soapbox. I can say whatever I want. So this is
Go
my
ahead,
time.
sir. My fault.
So that's why this is going to be the tiebreaker. And obviously, I'm not going to tell you of the three people because you can only pick. So hopefully, you don't pick the other two. But with the first overall pick in our Avengers draft, it's going to be controversial. People are going to hate it. I already know because it is not a name that you think is going to be the number one pick. It is not. So I'm just going to throw that out there, and I will draft Doctor Strange with the number one.
Whoa!
Doctor Strange.
I am very.
Doctor Strange.
Are you sure you're locking it in?
Yep. Doctor Strange is the first pick.
Okay.
I need the reason being is because I need someone strong. He has a really amazing power.
For sure.
He is
Super smart.
Smart. He can lead. He does have some weaknesses, but I think I can't let you pair him with another very very strong Avenger. So it's almost like a defensive first round pick. It's like the Bears picking a defensive lineman when they could have got a quarterback. Like I'm going to go there first.
Okay.
And so Doctor Strange is my number one pick. Now Dallas gets to pick 2.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna get 2 and 3, and right away, for the reasons you described, can lead. No, that's it. He's the leader, the guy that calls the shots, calls the play, and that's Captain America without
Oh
question.
God.
Captain, and don't tell me he has no superpower, because we've tried to point out to you he has the soldier super serum that they gave him that makes him. I mean, essentially, when does he die? The only reason he dies is because he did the time machine thing and then figured out how to get himself old.
So
Otherwise,
you're
he'd
telling
still
me
be
that anyone technically could have his power?
correct. Anyone could, but they all don't have what he's made
They
up
don't.
of. They don't
Okay,
have
I
his
got you. I got you.
moxie. What they don't have what makes him who he is.
I
So
will. I will argue it at the end. Go ahead.
okay, so I'm gonna say Captain America is definitely my leader of my squad.
Yes.
He's the guy. And number two, this was hard. I'm actually I'm glad Doctor Strange was up there for me, but not that up there. So I'm like, wow, I'm a little thrown off. So I didn't know there's like two people, but without question, number two, talk especially paired with Captain America. If you've seen all the movies, you know what I'm talking about. And this guy, he's basically a god. And that's right, ladies and gentlemen, the god of thunder, Thor. Of course, I'm going to go with Thor
Yep.
because you want
Yep.
someone of otherworldly power to
Yep.
just whoop
No.
some ass. And when he wants to kill Thanos, he kills Thanos.
I.
So Thor
Mhm.
is my number two pick.
It's so who do you think? Thor was
Thor
Thor
was
and Doctor Strange.
one of the two I
One
thought
of
you
two
would
of the
get.
three. Two of the three. Yes.
The third one I still don't want to say because I don't want you to pick them still. So I'll tell you, and I have it written down. I have it literally
Okay.
written down
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So I'll
Well,
show
I
you.
I get 2 picks now.
Yeah, you do. Okay, so here's your second and third,
Yeah.
which I'm going to write down
Well,
as
and
four.
one is easy. I mean, obviously, you're gonna have since you're getting Thor. I have to get someone to counter that. Obviously, I would love to have Thor on mine, the blonde beauty himself. I would love to have him on my team because looks can kill. But for to counter those good looks, I'm gonna have to go with someone that has an almost out of the world power as well, and can almost be his best buddy in some of the movies. And I'm gonna have to go with Incredible Hulk. I mean, I got to
Bruce Banner,
Hulk.
and I want
I
to
got to.
clarify something we talked about before we had this draft. To me, I was like, well, you're getting the Hulk in their prime, and that's not the smart Hulk that we saw. But I guess it doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter.
So
But
he
for
still has the
you,
same power. He still has the same power.
exactly, he's still well. He had a little problem. He needed some Viagra or something
Yeah. Well,
going on
we'll
there.
get
But,
over that. I mean, Doctor Strange could hook him up.
okay, so we have a
So
Hulk.
this now I am in a very vicarious position because I really think the fifth pick, because I got to be a little protective here because I got to think of once we get through like 6 or 7, then it gets a little dicey,
Mm-hmm.
and I fear that you're going to pick this person. So I'm gonna need to play defense because there's 2 names that I really want. See, I really thought you were going to go Hulk and Thor. I thought you were just going to go brute force because you knew I was going to draft Captain America.
No,
That's what I thought.
he's my guy. He's my leader, my
Yeah,
true
yeah,
leader. I
well.
believe in him no matter what.
So with the 5th pick, I'm going to have to do it. He could deserve the number 1 pick, to be honest with you. And I'm gonna have to counter your Captain America with my own leader of my Civil War. And you got to go with Iron Man. I mean, I
yeah,
think
you have to. That's a
I
must
got
pick
to.
right there.
And I had Iron Man and Doctor Strange, the smarts. You need to pick that up because Thor is not the smartest person. We might be able to set a trap. Doctor Strange might be able to.
Thor's much better now. Okay, he was young. He had some emotional, some growing issues, some growing pains, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
But he's
Well,
fine.
you get 2 picks now.
I do. I do get 2 picks, and for a minute I was like, man, am I gonna get Iron Man? And
You almost did because
round?
there's two. There's right now. I will tell you obviously because I'm gonna draft him. If you not,
Well, the
I'm gonna
one that
draft
I
them.
thought you were going to draft, I'm going to draft now, and I might as well just draft them next. And speaking
Okay,
of otherworldly
I will
powers,
tell you.
go ahead.
No, I'll tell you if this is the person.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, you'll
The
have the.
fact that you, as we read down this list, you snickered at two names. One was Captain America, and the next one is my next pick.
Oh, oh, yeah.
And
You can have her.
she, that's right, she is fucking badass. Talk about just if she flies from planet to planet and just fucks shit up.
But you're
She's
not.
probably one
You're
of the
not thinking about
strongest
the.
people on my team. And I'm gonna say my next pick is Captain Marvel.
You're not thinking about the team dynamic though. She's gonna annoy the shit out of everyone. So
No,
like,
no, Thor loves her, first of all. And Captain America is even keeled. Now, if she was on your team, she'd be a problem. Because Tony Stark and fucking
okay,
you have a problem already with Doctor Strange and Tony Stark. So you don't have anything to say about my team
they'll be
chemistry.
together. I might set up.
It's fucking hating.
I might divide my team into two and flank you.
So
And they can.
Captain Marvel is my next pick, basically just because of how powerful she is. She's ridiculous. Okay, so my next pick. Ooh, this one is
It's
much.
tricky.
This one is tricky because there's basically three that I have my eye on,
Yep.
and
I would
of
say
those three, there's one that I like the most for sure, and there's one that's probably. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. I'm taking the Scarlet Witch.
that's
Um,
who mine was.
she's just so powerful, and I love her.
Yep.
And so for me, I wrote down earlier what I thought you were going to take was Thor and Captain Marvel.
Oh
But
no,
Captain Marvel's not even on your radar. I
no.
get that.
She would annoy me. So
So I went with two guys and now two girls. I'm
yeah.
keeping it balanced here. You're
No,
up, sir, with the pick
I will
number.
tell you when I was in Iron Man, I really was thinking about picking Scarlet Witch. But then
She's so good.
but then again I said I need to pick if I would have picked Scarlet Witch, you would have definitely picked Iron Man. So is what it is. Um I have two different directions I can go right now. Do I want to go defensive or do I want to go offensive? It's interesting because I have, there's obviously two counters to people on your team that will make your team turn to little mush
What
boys
are you
and girls
talking about?
because they would not want to fight.
You're talking
And
about. I know you're talking about Vision.
and to be honest with you, I'll be fully honest with you. I was thinking about drafting this person number one, like leading up to our conversation, because I was thinking, man, he would be really good. And yes, with what is this? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8.
Pick number 8.
Pick number 8. I am going to go with Vision.
Vision is very
Vision
powerful.
is going to be my. He's compared back up with Iron Man.
With Tony Stark, it's also a good compliment. I'm not trying. Yeah, I mean that's. I don't want to compliment you, but
He counters
that's a good combo. And
he counters Scarlet Witch a lot too.
no, he doesn't.
It
No,
says because you know what I'm gonna do
because
with Vision. Wherever Scarlet Witch goes, he's gonna play defense. He's just gonna stay there and go. You can't. What are you doing? He's gonna.
Civil
He's gonna,
War. Remember, he had to babysit her in Civil War. So
yes. Yep. Okay. So now this is the tricky part, because we're getting to the really powerful Avengers now. I think
we're running out of people that are really, really, truly
yeah
superheroes per se.
yeah. I mean, obviously some of them are still big names. Like I think that we only have two that actually have their own movies now. Only Spider-Man and Black Panther do their own movie, right?
Well, Black
Yes.
Widow has her own movie.
Yeah, no one counts that.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier have their own show. And then
You
obviously
can,
you have all the Guardians. And it's kind of they're so separated. So we're basically it's gonna get once we're done, we're gonna have a handful of Guardians to pick from. Is what it looks like.
yep. Mm-hmm. And
And you know
I'm
who the best
leaning.
Guardian is.
Yes, I'm leaning towards two. Oh, Ant-Man has his own movie too.
Oh yes, yes. Why do we forget the little guys? The little guys.
And I'm leaning towards two. Obviously, I can't tell you because I think I think you're definitely going to draft one of them. Um, but I don't know which way I want to go. All right, we're just gonna do it. Whatever it is, what it is, what it is.
Pick number 9.
Pick number 9. I am going to go with Ant-Man.
Wow,
Ant-Man
I'm
number
a little surprised with this pick.
Ant-Man was number 9.
Explain yourself, sir.
We'll explain it afterwards because I'm trying to think of whose powers kind of goes with what, who can cause some distractions, so we can penetrate and defeat your team. And I'm going to go Ant-Man because I think that's the way I'm going to go. I really wanted to go another way, but I think for my team, he's probably going to be the best.
Okay. All right. So I'm up. My next 2 picks per se. And one of the guys left. I'm so surprised he's left. And I almost
I already know you're going to pick.
Yeah, I know you know who it is. But as part of me is like, really do I really want that guy? And am I making sure I'm taking the most powerful and available guys? And then I'm like, yeah, I am. Spider-Man, 100%.
Yep.
Spider-Man's going next.
I was thinking Spider-Man or Ant-Man. That's who I was debating.
Because he actually has a power.
Yep.
And I mean, he's kind of young and dumb, and there's that to deal with. But he's got Captain America to keep him in check instead of some wild man like Tony Stark. So I think it'll be better for him for his maturity.
In this kind of battle too, he could be a good distraction.
I think, and he's just good. I love Spider-Man. Yep, my next pick might throw everybody here. I'm jumping into the Guardians of the Galaxy, and I'm going with Groot.
Oh,
I think Groot
is amazing.
Is just very powerful, probably the most powerful of the Guardians.
Yes.
And the way he, paired with Thor, his friend Tree. Hey, my friend Tree. It's just great shit. So yeah, Groot is my next pick.
I mean, one of his arms is Thor's handle for his weapon. So
that is right.
Dang. Okay. So
pick 12.
Pick 12. Oh boy. Interesting. I mean, I think the strongest out of the rest, and this is for power and agility. Obviously, I'm going to go with the Black Panther. I mean, Black Panther is going to be there. I mean, I think out of the ones that are left, might arguably be powerful or equal to any of them. And I don't know if we're going to count it, but I mean, he could call on the army of Wakanda.
That's what it seems like. No armies come with anybody.
Okay,
but he doesn't awesome. need. Yeah, by himself, he's fine.
And now this is where it gets interesting because I don't really know who to pick. And
we're getting low.
I know, and this is where what I talked about earlier, especially with Vision. And this is the reason why I'm picking this is because the reason why I pick Vision is to counter Scarlet Witch, and I want to get someone to really take the heart out of your captain. And I got to go with the Black Widow. I'm going to go Black Panther, Black Widow, the black combination there. Hopefully, we can counter some of this top-heavy side that you have.
Black Widow, interesting.
And she might be able to, especially in Endgame and stuff, she can maybe set some plans.
She cries a lot. Last movie, she cries a lot. I'm just saying.
Well, that's a prequel, so whatever.
She cries a lot. No. I mean, in Endgame, she cried a lot.
Hey.
So
cried a lot because she cried a lot because she said, "Damn, I wish I would have picked the other side and not Captain America."
So I'm up with pick 14. We're already on pick 14.
Yeah.
I think this is pretty easy. I'm gonna go with War Machine. So I have the equivalent of Iron Man's
technology. He's not
Technology.
equivalent to
I
Iron
don't
Man.
have Tony Stark,
Yes.
but I have the machine,
The technology, yes.
which I'll take. So War Machine is going to be my number 14. And my number 15, my second pick, I'm going to go down, and this guy's half a god, okay? And he digs on some really good music. That's right.
Uh,
Peter Quill, Star-Lord. Star-Lord
that's a
is
good
my
pick.
15th pick.
Wow. Okay. So just as a recap out there, the remaining Avengers we have is Hawkeye, Falcon, Nebula, Drax, Rocket, Winter Soldier, and Gamora. Don't really have anyone that has a power left, right? Like a
Well,
superpower,
Drax
because
is
they're
super strong
those are
because he's
super
an
strong,
alien.
but he's just super strong. He doesn't have a
And
superpower.
Nebula's arm is now like a kind of like Rocket, is an extension,
Well,
like Winter
anyways,
Soldier
it
kind of.
don't matter
No,
about
the
that.
answer is no, no.
I'm gonna pick another person to counter. I'm gonna hit you with a 1-2 punch. Your captain, Black Widow, could be on one side, and our boy Winter Soldier is going to be on the other.
Oh, I was for that reason, just for the because we all know Captain's gonna have a hard time fighting Bucky Barnes,
Yes,
so it's gonna have to be
and and
somebody else.
and Black Widow. I mean, what's he gonna do?
Yeah, that one's not as bad as Bucky, but yeah. So Winter
Yep.
Soldier number 16,
Yep. And
number
so the
17 for
17th
you,
pick.
sir.
Oh man, I would love to have Rocket, but I just don't know if he's worthy by himself. He's awesome. And I say that, and you're probably gonna draft him now. But um, I think out of all these, I got to go with the one person that had won and earned the big man Thanos' respect and love, and I got to go with Gamora.
I was gonna
I'm gonna
say
go with
you
Gamora.
already took Iron Man. Gamora, I wanted to get just for Star Lord, and you kind of fucked
And
that
that's
up
another
right
counter for
now.
Star Lord. I think she could kill Star Lord. I don't know if Star Lord can kill
Oh,
her.
he can't. Yeah, she's wrapped. If you couldn't see
Yeah.
me, I was doing the wrapped around the finger thing. Yeah, he's definitely wrapped. So Gamora is your next,
Yes. We're down to 5 more left.
and so I'm next, right? 18. So okay. So I'm glad you
Because
didn't
basically, what
take.
happens? What's going to basically happen? So this is this is very important. This is the last. These next 2 choices are your only left choices you have left. Because I'll pick 2, which in turn will give you the last Avenger, no matter what.
Correct. Okay.
So this is your last free will choice.
Understood. Understood. Uh, um, for me, it's easy.
I think it's easy too.
I
I know the 2 you're
feel a
picking.
little bad. I feel a little bad because I'm not gonna. I'll probably be stuck with him, to be honest.
Can I guess your 2? Because I already know who your 2 is.
You can guess. Yeah, you go ahead.
It's going to be Rocket and Drax.
100%. Yeah, I'm getting exactly. Yeah, because Rocket goes with Groot and Rocket. And by the way, the fact that you said Rocket by himself isn't good. One, you haven't seen Guardians 3. 2, Rocket by himself is super fucking smart, like super fucking
No,
smart. He creates all kinds of contraptions and shit. He's so smart.
no, he
And
is. But when
Drax is super strong, and he's just great to have around to laugh at.
I fully knew that. I didn't know, I meant no disrespect to Rocket because I love him. I meant when it comes to fighting other like big superheroes.
Did you see what he did to the? You haven't seen Guardians 3. I'm telling you, you gotta, yeah.
So now I'm in a pickle.
Imagine this: Ben Affleck's face and him saying, "Keep up." That's what I'm telling you right now with Guardians 3.
All right, so now I'm in a pickle because there's 2 that I don't want. But it's more so, who do I want to stick you with?
Picks 20 and 21.
God, I don't want to pick.
I know who I don't want to get stuck with, and I'm not gonna. I mean, not that I don't care at this point.
Well, you can just say it because I don't think it's
No,
gonna.
go ahead.
Look,
I want you to pick him. I'm not gonna say
it's not
anything.
gonna affect. Who do you think I'm gonna pick first out of these?
I'm not. I'm gonna let you have. I'm not saying anything. It's your moment.
Well, I think I'm stuck because I don't want any of them, but I will do it because for the reasons that I mentioned earlier, I don't want you to have. It might cause. I mean, it might help. Black Widow when she kicks Captain America's ass to at least have someone in her corner that's kind of always there. So I'm gonna go with Hawkeye. Hawkeye is 1v1, and then the last two Avengers that we have is Falcon and Nebula.
Who are you sticking me with, basically?
Who am I gonna stick you with? Um, do I want to stick you with Nebula, or do I want to stick you with technically Captain America? He's moving forward. But he's not Captain America in our draft.
That's correct.
We're not doing Captain America Falcon. I'm gonna go with Nebula. She can do that, and
Sticks with her sister.
Yes. Well, they don't really like each other, but you know what it is. That's what it is.
So I'll get Falcon, who will stick with Captain America.
Yeah, we didn't want
is appropriate.
Very appropriate.
All right. So you picked first.
All right, so we'll do the recap. Well, I'll let's do my team, and then Dallas can let's do his team, and then we can do a little short discussion about it.
Sure.
All right, so my team is going to be Doctor Strange, Hulk, the main man, Iron Man, Vision, the incredible Ant-Man, the magnificent Black Panther.
Listen to how he has to sell
the silky smooth Black Widow, the strong Winter Soldier, Gamora, the underdog Hawkeye.
Didn't even give Gamora a title.
And Nebula. That is my team. Dallas, what is yours?
The man, the myth, the legend, the one and only Captain America, Steve Rogers version, Captain America, the God of Thunder himself, blonde hairs, blue eyes. Everybody loves looking at this guy. You know it. We all do.
I told you the beauty is blinding.
Thor, and then, like I said, otherworldly powers, Miss Captain Marvel herself. Another one with otherworldly powers, Scarlet Witch.
Yep.
Spider-Man, the young gun, freaking Iron Man sidekick. Sorry, Iron Man, we're gonna have to go against you this year. Groot, because just Groot's a badass, and yeah, Groot's a badass. War Machine, gotta have that tech, gotta have that Stark tech. Star-Lord, he is half a god after all. Rocket, he'll make our whole artillery. Drax, because we need someone to keep it light and make us laugh, And Falcon, because Captain America eventually does want to just kick it with Peggy for 50 years and not.
No, we're not taking that Falcon. You're getting the Falcon that flies around and gets shot down in 5 seconds. One thing, because I think I recently watched the Avengers movie, and he literally has done nothing.
Who, Falcon?
Yeah, he literally flew.
No, this is what he does.
They show him flying, and then he gets shot down.
It's Captain America when he's jogging around him, right? He's like, on your left, on your left, on your left. That's his best scene in all of the movies. Is when
you're getting someone that can't even run.
But to be fair, and Fulia will get on you for this probably. You haven't seen the Falcon and the Winter Soldier TV show, correct?
Okay, let me just put it there. I have not, but
it's really
who's
good.
better? Who's better in that TV show, Winter Soldier or Falcon?
It's hard to say. I'd say they're both really, really good. I mean, they both have a role, and there's a place for both of them, and it's really good. I wouldn't say either is better. If I had to pick, I guess I'd say Falcon because it's his show, really. And then there's who really does well in that show? And I'm a little off on a tangent here. The guy that plays the new Captain America that the government picked or whatever. Whoever this guy is, he does a good job. Like, he does a really, really good job.
So looking over the teams, honestly,
pretty stacked. Both sides.
They're pretty close. They're pretty close.
Vision is someone I really wanted. Iron Man, obviously.
The reason why I didn't pick Captain Marvel is because what if she's on another planet? What if she's not even present?
I'm gonna upgrade that bullshit beeper technology that
we're no,
Fury had.
we're
So
gonna pay
in the
Fury
80s,
to not.
whatever it
We're gonna
was.
pay Fury not to page her.
Hold on one second.
So I mean, that's the only thing. If we pay him off, fine. But I mean, I look through. I mean, the people that let's go this.
Okay, okay.
So you said you were shocked with my number one pick.
Yes. Now, honestly, Doctor Strange,
I
had
feared
up
that you were gonna
there.
pick him.
I had him after Captain Marvel. So here, I'll tell you right now. I had
Okay.
it Captain America, Thor, Captain Marvel, probably Iron Man, then Doctor Strange. I had Doctor Strange really high because I like he's powerful. He's like the freaking
Mm-hmm.
time control dude or whatever.
He
Doctor
did cut
Strange is
Thanos'
the
hand
man.
off.
I get how powerful he is, and so he was definitely on my top five. So you're number one, taking him number one. I didn't even think you'd take him top five. I thought I was going to get him in my
No,
second
no,
round of picks, but
my
didn't
my
happen.
my my three that I was gonna pick for number one was Doctor. So like if I the reason why I really want you to have number one is because I was hoping you would go to Captain America because then I could get two because then I would have picked Doctor Strange and Thor.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have.
Would have been
That's
my,
why I
two
knew
of
I
them.
couldn't go number one because I'm taking Captain America first, even which was stupid, right? Like, because I know you wouldn't pick him. So let's say I went number one.
Well,
I could have
let's
taken Thor. Would
no,
you have
that's
then taken Captain America to just to prevent me from having him?
I wouldn't have
With
picked
the
him two or
second or
three.
third?
I wouldn't have picked him two or three. No, if he was there when I picked uh 6 and 7, I would have.
Because
But
Thor
I
would
would.
have been my number one overall had I not. If Captain America's not there, I'm picking Thor.
Yeah, no. So if you had the number one pick and you picked Thor, then
Yeah,
I would have went Doctor Strange Hulk.
the Hulk. I'm sorry, Mr. Banner. I have he's just way lower to me because all he
And
does is
those
run around and beat shit up.
well, that might be all we need.
Uh,
He knocks
Did you
Thor.
see
He
what the
can
freaking aliens did to him, though, bro? Look what Thanos did to him.
in every Avengers movie up until Endgame, they always say we need a Thor, we need a Hulk. We need a Hulk.
And look what happened to him in Ragnarok. I mean,
And you know what?
anyways,
Some people have bad days. Whatever. You have Falcon. But anyways, I think the teams are even. So
I think they're pretty
we'll leave
good.
it. We'll leave it up to everyone else. They
Yeah,
can
we're
pick
gonna
the
have to
better team
somehow, some way
because
get
obviously,
everybody to vote, right? To vote in comments or
yeah,
whatever it may be. We want to hear
I
back.
know I would pick my team. You're going to pick your team, so we won't talk in circles about it. We'll let everyone else vote to see who has the best team.
I'll just
Remember,
can we just say three names from our team if we're gonna put like like in a game or something, you're gonna have your 3 stars, right? So give me your 3 stars from your team, and I'll tell you my 3 stars from my team. Yours, go
I
ahead.
think that's relatively easy for me. It's going to be Iron Man, Doctor Strange, and Vision.
Okay, okay. So mine would be um Captain America, Thor, and Spider Man. I mean, hello,
Yeah.
America. Those are the freaking most pop. Yeah, give me a break. Come on, give me the popularity vote right there.
The Spider Man is a big loss. I really wanted Spider Man, and I really like. I was actually leaning more towards Spider Man when I picked Ant Man, but I was thinking, man,
I was
Ant
so
Man,
surprised you took
Ant
Ant Man.
Ant Man has a unique power, and if we can infiltrate, something
The
in the
quantum
back,
realm. Have you
we can
seen
go
the
to the.
the new Ant Man movie?
I did. Well, I've seen majority. I haven't seen all of it.
It's
But
good.
if I can hit that up and maybe if we are losing, maybe we can go back in time or something. But I was thinking even before that we can cause some distractions if he's getting small. You never know, and he can help you out in other ways.
He does.
He can definitely take out Falcon easily.
Oh, sure. But Thor could just like land with his
He,
hammer, and everybody. But the Vision,
he,
they all have Vision has his thing, and yeah. So I'm looking forward to hearing back from the peoples
yeah,
as
we'll
to
see how that
who,
goes.
yeah, what they think because Iron Man
Uh,
is yeah.
yeah, I love Iron Man. So, but the thing too is what I'll put out there too is let us know what team you have the best. You think is the best, you can either let us know on Discord, or when this video gets posted on YouTube, let us know in the comments. Again, what we talked about earlier, if you like for us to do something a little bit more frequent, maybe even if it's only 10 or 15 minutes, and talk about something that's going on in the world, or other, maybe even if it's weird news. I really wanted to think about doing a segment of like just weird news, because I just like to go
I'm
over
very
weird
interested in that.
stuff
Like, find
that
something.
oh no, I have a website that it does,
Okay,
it
good.
updates every day. All of it always takes place in Florida, whatever.
Of course, it's always Florida or Germany, and that's the thing, is like there's some other. I'm sure this site has world stuff too.
Oh
It's
yeah, it does.
never. But you're not far from Florida. Just saying.
It's not, but it's never stuff in Georgia. So, but let us know if you'll be interested in that, and then maybe that'll be some little one-off topics that we can just kind of post, and maybe even if they're like 15, 20 minutes, or maybe we can get together on a weekly basis and do that, and then
If we
kind of
can
mix in
hold
the
15.
Yeah, probably not, because I could probably talk about that Titanic submarine for
Exactly.
45 minutes. So, but with
Exactly.
that, we'll leave it here, because it has gone longer than I
Way
anticipated, anyways.
longer.
And let us know in the comments what team you think is the best, and we will see you for the next episode. Maybe we'll have a guest. Maybe it'll just be me and Dallas. But
Reveal the
thank you very
winner.
much. Well, I mean, we already know who the winner is. I mean,
Yeah, we'll
it's a
see.
team with
Team
Iron Man
Money.
and Doctor Strange. So, with that, thank you very much for listening. Be safe, be kind. Dallas, you have anything else to say?
Thank you, Team Captain America. Let's go.
Check it out. Check out the episodes are getting posted on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/BlameARGO. And we'll see you for the next episode. Bye-bye.
Peace. All right.